Welcome back, guys. Day 10. What we did on day 9 was listing all the trending videos from my YouTube channel in the homepage, which was more or less completed now, but then it is not styled. It is not laying out in a way that it can be deployed yet. That's what I'm trying to do today. Day 10 is going to be all about styling and even maybe bringing some comments and likes from my videos also listed there, and then make it look like how it was in that dribble design which I had initially. So that's the plan. Day 10 is all about maybe completing whole of the landing page in a way that I can go ahead and deploy in my GoDaddy server. So that's the plan. Let's go ahead and do that. This is what we have right now. The trending videos got listed last time, but then if you see, it looks terrible that it's just listing everything without any styles. That's what is missing right now. So I'm going to go ahead and ask for the styles to be in a way it looks more or less like this, where it can at least give me 3 videos per row and then just list maybe 9 of it. That's what I'm going to do. Plus other things, I might ask for the playlist to be listed here. Maybe I can click and then navigate to my YouTube channel playlist, to my YouTube channel playlist. Plus I am also wanting to show the comments here and then maybe likes. That's enough, I guess. And pretty much with that, maybe we can wrap up this section. So that's what I'm gonna do. So gonna ask the video listed does not have any styles. I would want 3 videos per row to be listed, and each video card can have a corner radius. Let's start with this, and I will have more requests once this is done. Let's see what it does. Style your video list in to display 3 videos per row. You have a corner radius. You need to adjust the CSS of your video list and video card components. Okay, so this is what we have right now, the video card, the video container. So it's giving me a scoped design. Maybe I'll ask it to be moved into its own file. That's more easier to manage, I guess. Styling video card component. If you have specific styles related to the layout within the card, adjust them to respect the corner radius. Border radius 10. Okay, it's just giving me at least the basic things to be implemented, and then also it has the media queries. So maybe I'll ask, I would want the styles to be, I would want the styles to be in its own file. Style your list with 3 videos per row. Okay, create SCSS. I don't want that. CSS is fine. Okay, so we have a video list.css which comes within the organism section. Let's see what we have. So we have the molecules, organisms. We have a video list. This is what the style which we can add. I guess what we need to do then is to have a similar style. I guess I can ask how I can structure these CSS. Should it be bringing it within the JS? It's not good. I guess I can still maintain a similar folder structure within organisms. So maybe I can also ask for a recommendation of how I can manage the CSS too. So that's the next step. I have a CSS folder which is what's the structure? It is directly under src, I guess, or at least app. Where do we have it? It's in the resources. within the resources folder, CSS folder within resources. How do I structure the CSS based on the atomic principles? I'm just making sure I'm just following all the right practices when I'm implementing, so that it does not lead to too much rework. Anyway, we will have to refactor a lot because we are not yet written the test cases. So as soon as that happens, maybe we'll have to look at the solid principles and how do we maybe apply some of the principles so that the components are more testable, which has not happened yet. So first priority was for me was to at least build this and then deploy and then go ahead with the other ones, right? So if you are in a startup, that's how you would do, maybe like rapid prototyping initially, and then if let's say if you find market, then you start refactoring and maybe plan it for scale. That's how you normally plan it. Okay, so this is how it's asking me to lay it out, which I am going to follow: the atoms, molecules, organisms, templates, pages, the structure which is recommending. So let me do that. I already had some CSS which has to then move into its own folders in the stuff. Atoms, molecules, organisms, then templates. I think we also have something called as pages. Yes, pages. That's it. And the main CSS which stays outside. So that's our app CSS. Buttons moves to, I guess, atoms. Buttons inputs icons almost to atoms. Button.css to atoms. Move. Then let's look at header. Footer moves into organisms. Video list. Interesting thing, it's coming with an underscore. That is interesting. Is that a convention? That's interesting, but still I'll just keep it as is so that I don't break anything yet. There is also a styles. Oh, I don't see that here. What do we have in styles? It's more of the primary and secondary. I think we should maybe have them within a shared or something. Molecules, you have the card, search bar, and all card. Where do navbar go? Search bar, navbar, maybe within navbar is header. Header is organisms. So where do we? Footer header is organisms. Hero section. Okay, it's lost its context. So maybe I'll have to. I don't have a pages style. Let's go to the home page. Let's see what has happened. It might have created the scope. It's here, so we might have to have a home, something like a home .css also, which I'm going to create. So pages, new file, home.css, which should be what the home page should be having. And I'm just gonna keep it here. Let's work and then bring it in the right places. I need to now create a video list.css, which is within let's say organisms. Video list.css. And let's bring that style already. So if you let's say go back, this is the style which was created, video list.css. It had also the video card, so this is what I'm gonna bring. So video list.css. I don't know whether it has applied some styles based on this. Okay, no form, no. Okay, it's already broken. So button.css is broken because we moved it. you'll have to go find that and then fix that. So button was used at a couple of places. So click escape to fix open post CSS. I don't know where it is. I think we just need to go fix it in the app CSS. This is where it is, where we allow to just point it to atoms. Should be fixing it. Escape. Still broken because we still moved some of the stuff. Footer.css, which is again in footer is organisms. Yep, that's back. I don't think it has applied any style yet because we are not registered the new style, which was there were a couple of things we added at home, but we don't have any style for home. Let's leave that. And video list.css is something we added. Import. That is within pages. Video list.css. Broken pages video list.css. It's not pages. Video list is coming under organisms. Okay, so some bit of style was applied, but it's not enough. I guess this could be because some more styles are missing. So let's go back. This is video list 30%. It's breaking at 33%, which is fine. But the problem is the container for is that the only thing needed? We also need to say the home.css is missing for me. So let's see. Let's ask. I do not have a CSS for home page which was defined earlier. So let's see. If you don't have a specific CSS for your home page component as defined earlier, you are following the atomic design methodology. You can handle the homepage styles in a couple of ways. What is the design the homepage is taking right now? I think it is a combination of, let's say, if you go to the home page, it's adding a hero section which is having its own style. Then we have the video list. So it's individual styles plus I think there is also a base on which everything is added, which is what is happening. So if you go, it is within the home page is here, and then I think it starts from the home template, which is the app. So it's the app.view, which is having the base style where you have the app navigation bar and footer control, and whatever changes is whatever is within the router view. So if you'll have to look in that way, this is how it is rendered. You have a navigation bar, you have a footer. Those two are what you see having the right styles here, because of it it's not broken. So both of them are properly done. The only thing which is breaking right now is our this one, which is not really following the same design principle. So you'll have to see what was done in navigation bar. So navigation bar has its own style, which is navbar.view has a navbar.css, so it has its own style. So similarly, I think homepage will need its own style where it can maybe decide this is the width I want to follow. So those are the things which is missing. So let's go and see what's generated right now. Okay, it does not give me much. It has a background, it has a padding, that's it, but it is not maybe not following, so I'll just add this and see what changes happen. So I'm going to add this home page. Maybe I'll have to also register in app.css homepage. Thread import pages home.css. I don't think it's not fixed yet because it has to be within this 1200. So it's not as what, but at least those things are applied. The corner radius and everything is applied, but it's not still what we want. So we might have to ask, it does not align like how it is done for header and footer, where we are limiting the width to 1200 pixel. So this is where I'm feeling it might become a little repetitive because each one has its own 1200 limit. Ideally, I think it should have moved to the base, which is this place where body should have defined it. So that's something as an optimization I'm going to ask. Okay, so I think it's already suggesting that the layout container, do we have any style like layout container within home? Homepage has this. I don't see anything like a layout container. Maybe it's defining all of that. So this is the header, footer. Okay, I think it's confused. It's confused totally. I just need to point back to how the whole of the layout is created right now, and then let it optimize from there. Or is it not? Add the following CSS to the global. Okay, that's good. So it's already pointing me to 1001. Do we have something called as layout container? It's again, I think it's, where is this giving me even the main.css? I just have an app.css. So where is it giving me a main.css? And it does not have any main.container. I think totally lost context. Maybe I'll have to point back to how it is, which is this. What I have is this. I'll tell it I have this. I do not have main.css, but instead reference this CSS, which is my app.css. This is very, very frustrating. I was hoping it would have had the previous context. It's lost. Again, we allowed to, I'm having to point it back to the same, which is not really good. So now it's giving me what is needed to be applied. So that this is what I was talking about. It is global right now, so we don't really need to do it at each component level. And all the main component areas align consistently across your application, adhering to the max width and centering defined in layout container, which is fine, but I would have wanted more. And I think even here it's still, why is it again layout container is defined here, and it is saying I need to have a template like that. This is not how we have okay, this is fine. I guess video hero section and videos list is within my template. I guess that's, let's go back, which is my home should be like that. Home view is like this, which is fine. Yeah, this is how it is. Hero section, videos list section, and I think it should be within a class called home. It has to be within layout container. But why needs to be within layout container? I think header and footer are also having that style. Maybe we need it. Let's see. Let's get it reviewed later. But I am wondering why this Okay, this, it has to be applied not just here but even whether it is home or trending, any section I can use this. I'm just gonna go move this to app.css, then body app.css, css. I'll just keep it under this layout container, and then let's make the other changes like it suggested, which is having a div class layout container, and within that let this come. So if I go back to my home template, home view, this section is where I need to have a div, then class layout container, I think, and then move these two within that. And I don't need the style scope here, check and remove. Layout container, I don't think I need the start. Should be okay. Some bit of change happened because of that, but did that break my style somewhere? I guess so. I think it just restricted this within this, where otherwise it was spread across. That's because now it's within a layout background. I think that's fine. Maybe this is not what I wanted, but still I can, yeah, let's work on it. Yeah, is that different from how this looks? Yeah, I think that it's more or less how this design is, which then is fine for me because the design is similar. Even the top layout, everything is within its own sections right now, which is fine like this. And now trending videos is like this. I think it has applied some style, but it has not applied it on the videos. Trending videos is still listed one under the other. So we can ask, what is the issue with this styling right now? It has to be 3. Ideally it should have been 3, but it's not yet. Trending videos is still listing one below, not listing as 3 videos in a row. It is listed one below another one below another. Okay, I think it will understand. If your trending videos are listed one below another instead of 3 videos per row as intended, it's likely due to the CSS styles not correctly applied. It's asking me to diagnose. Let's ensure your CSS for the applies the necessary flex styles, diagnosing the issue, CSS selector accuracy. Ensure the CSS selectors accurately target the element in your video list. So this is the video container. Let's review this once. Correcting the CSS for 3 videos per row. Videos container is display flex. First thing is, do I have something called as, this is based on flex. So display flex, flex wrap, justify content space between gap 20 pixel, each video calculated as 33.33, which is more like 1/3. Border radius 8. I think based on how is it defined right now, it is, we have the video list, and then if you go to the video list container, I don't say a template section, title, video card. Okay, I don't have these video container styles. I don't see those container styles applied anywhere, so that could be one reason. So let's, and then this is also there. And then let me show how my video list looks like so that it can recommend what's needed. This is how my video list template looks like. It seems the CSS for the videos container video card classes need to be applied to adjust. So that's what is missing. Video list container, assuming this is the inside video list source CSS, okay, and the template. So, okay, this was missing, which is the reason it's listing one under the other. And this is the template. Class video card style is applied here. I think video, I don't see even that. So where is the style video card? We can also check in video card. I think we have to remove this. Then we don't video card. Okay, there was a style called video card because of which we see that at least that style being applied. Video title, video descriptions, video card style is applied, but what is missing is this video container style missing. So I just need to apply that and see whether that's the reason. So if I go back to video list, we have a section. I think we need to apply it within the div of after loading and all of it. So this is where it's loading error, and then you have a list here where the class has to be applied. I think it's called video container in our case. So if I go back, still does not apply. What's the style name? Let's check once. It's video list. Video list. Okay, it's video list container itself. So it's my mistake. So if I go back, video list. Boom, yeah, it's back. So this is how it looks. Look, it's close. I think I just need to style these things to look a little better. I don't want it to appear like this big. Like if you go to the dribble design, I think there the title is like this, does not show the link and everything. I don't need the description too, like how it is. I think the title is enough, like this, and maybe other things, and after that I think we are good enough. It shows 10, maybe I limit it to 9 because it does not look so great if it's breaking here, or maybe I can ask for 12. That's another way. So we can even try our APIs now by changing those parameters. So this looks pretty good for me. Like this is decent enough to be deployed, but then I'm going to bring in the other details. So at least this fixed. So I'm going to say this fixed. Now what do I need? I think this fixed. This change fixed it for me. Now I need to modify something. I do not want the title to show the hyperlink. Instead, I need to have it styled. Let's see. Just asking to have a style for I think it's within the video card where you have we have a style. I don't know whether I registered it. That could be one reason. That maybe one thing that we need to do is even have the video card style taken outside so that it becomes more modular, that it's having its own style. So it's video title. I think video card needs to have a CSS. That's the reason. So video card.css is something we need to create, then apply it. So ensure the CSS loaded. So I'm going to create this. I think it comes within the if you see, the video card is part of molecules, so we just go ahead and create within molecules, not a folder. File, video card .css, then apply, bring that style, video card title, should fix this. And 16 font, color is good, text decoration none, which is good, whatever I needed. I think it should have applied it already. No, not yet, so we need to register this. Go to app css, and then maybe let's group it based on how it's going to load. So these are pages, maybe I'll comment the import pages, import here, then comes the organism imports, then comes our molecules import, imports, and this is where we can import our, I think that this one is molecules, yeah, video card is molecule. I don't have hero section, move to hero section is a molecule. Is that so? I think it should be an organism. Let's see. Let me ask how that should be structured. Import, then organisms, or is this molecules? Video card CSS. Now it should highlight that style. Yeah, it's showing it. It's showing it with some. Okay, how do we make sure it shows the? Okay, I'm gonna ask this one at least. How do I make sure it shows? Copy, hyper inspect. Let's pick that title. It's showing it like copy. It is showing it like it is. How do I copy this? It's not allowing me to copy. Yeah. My title has special characters, or whatever we call it. As shown below. How do I render the right representation? In my UI, in my view. Okay. Otherwise it does not look so great, because I just want it to show in the way it needs to be shown. To render text, okay, however, it's important to use Vue.html cautiously, because it makes your application potentially vulnerable to cross-site scripting. To render text containing HTML entities correctly in Vue.js and ensure special characters are displayed as intended, you need to use Vue.html directive. This directive sets the inner HTML of the element to your property, interpreting any HTML entries or tags in the string. However, it is important to use Vue.html cautiously, because it makes your application potentially vulnerable to cross-site scripting attacks if you are rendering user-generated content. Always sanitize the content if it is not controlled by you. Rendering, I'm controlling it, so I don't think I need to worry. Rendering the title with special characters. If your title is a prop or data property within the Vue component and you trust its source, you can render it like this. Okay, so what is changing? It is div Vue.html video or title class. So what is existing there? um, the VHTML. The title becomes VHTML. Div. Go back. Video card. Dot view. And then you have the title. It's just rendered like this as an H3. So is this how I need to represent VHTML video or title? This is my div, and here it's an H3. So I think this has to change. Let's see. The title, and I don't think I need the description. I'm gonna remove that because it's too big for representing. Does it fix? Yeah, that's what I need. It's looking better than last time. I think we can still, maybe the font can be a little rounded. I need to apply a little bit more like this. I think it's more, it has to be similar to the font which is used. I don't know whether it is picking up the right font. And it should be a little semi-bold or something. Fixed it. Okay, it's also recommending it. Let's say your content safety to ensure it's showing. Why is it showing me UI navigation controller? NPM is fine. Purify first import. And why is this needed? This approach ensures that your titles are rendered correctly, including proper representation of special characters, while also keeping your application secure against XSS vulnerabilities. So this is more the recommendation. So if you go back rendering the title, it's important to use, but in this case I'm pretty sure because it's my own content, so I don't need this. Given your title, okay, this is more my title, and your title wiper, ensure content safety. If there is a chance the content could come from an external or user generated source, I don't think so. You can use libraries. So there are libraries which are available, like npm install DOM purify, which you then have to control how the title comes, and then you sanitize it and then render it. So that is another way. So you have to, we can, maybe you do that, I guess. I don't think there is any harm. Maybe you can even try this. So be on the safer side. I'm just going to do this too. Go here, npm install DOM purify. So any content which is now coming has to be sanitized in this way, where you just call DOM purify.sanitize, sanitize title. So wherever you have the title, we just call the DOM purify.sanitize. So I think it is happening here. Where do we get the title from? This is coming from maybe outside from the view list. Use trending videos. We just get the videos, we are directly using it. So one way of then sanitizing it could be wherever we are receiving it. This is where we are receiving it. We're just directly using that values. That's how it is happening. So we can, maybe like it is suggesting, have it done either here or even at the source. So how do we do it? I think I'll just go ahead and do it at this source. Maybe once we are done, we can come back and refactor it somewhere. So where is it? The video card, where it is using the title directly, but then I can maybe just create a computed property, sanitize text like this. Where do we have it? So using DOM. So how it is changing? Computed title, video.title, we are using that in our video card to display over here video title here. Maybe the another way is we can directly call, or I'll have it as a computed property like it is suggested. Setup props is here, computed we can use like this, but I think we can do this. DOM purify we need to import. Can I even import it like this? In a template, I think it has to come here. Could not find a declarative file for DOM purify. Type npm save DOM purify. Okay, I think we need to do this too because it's TypeScript. One high severity, we need to check that. But don't know. Even after doing that, I think I still need to run the PHP new dependencies optimized DOM purify. Still I'll have to rerun, I guess. Let's try doing that once. npm run dev. PHP. What is the issue? Could not find. I still have an issue. But at least let's go back and check. It's not broken. So I don't know whether it is an issue. It's still showing fine, but I have not used this computed property yet. So all that I can use it like sanitized. If I, as soon as I use it here, I don't know whether it's even working or not. If I let's say return something here, instead return hi. This comment out, I should see that, yeah, it's working. So this is working actually. So I think import is not rightly showing. I guess it's could not find the declaration, but it's already there. It's just okay, it's not reflecting for some reason. If I refresh, it's showing it fine. I think it's showing it from this itself. I don't know why. DOM purify. Okay, it could be that is that how I import it? Let's remove this import and see whether it's gone. So that layer is broken, but I think it's picking it up. Maybe I'll have to restart the whole thing for it to be seen, but I guess it's working. As far as I see it, it's working. So at least we have implemented this. DOM purify should be working. Maybe I'll have to restart even the ID for it to at least show it correctly. But this one is working. So we are making sure that the URL is sanitized right now and it is displaying. So I'm gonna even ask, I want it to be use the font which is used in the hero section, similar to how it is. I want the font to be same as used in the hero section title, and it can be a little semi-bold too. And I did ask what is the issue, so it said types DOM purify install and then use it like this, so it should be fine, I guess. Script language is TS is that is also there, so I think it's fixed. It should not be a problem. Maybe once we restart we'll get to know. In the styles, open sans serif, ensure font family is consistent. What was the font used? Hero section font. Hero section had I don't know, is it like a common font which we have set in the app.css? I think we are using Open Sans itself, so I'm hoping it's picking up Open Sans. So if we can maybe make this change, you'll get to know. Open Sans, video list, video card. Okay, it was the same font, but again, why is it giving me an underline? Go back to the previous style. This was fine for me. If let's say I just need to add a font weight, and this can still remain as 16. Color can be 33. Text decoration, why is it giving me an underline now? It should not be the case. What was earlier? Display was inline block. So is that one thing which is missing right now? Yeah, it can be 16. I don't need it to be so big. Font weight is, what is so different from this? This is still more rounded, and I think another thing is, I think it's fine for me. It's just that it's fine. The text is fine for me. 600 bold weight, 33. This could be primary color. I don't know. Can I just call it primary color? How do I even use I forgot how to use the primary color is used. So how do we use it? It can be checked in our hero section. Where is it used? I think it's used in the buttons. I've just defined it. I don't know how we are using the primary color as a variable. That should be, that's not done. I think that's how we should have used it. I want to use the defined, again, I can't really use primary color, but let's leave that. But I think this is something I need to come back how. I don't remember how we use the primary color. Okay, so this is fixed. Now let's go back and ask for the other things. So at least on the design, it is to an extent good enough for me. Now the next step is to, okay, one thing is navigating. It's just, I think, very good. So navigation is working. It's taking me to the specific videos, which is fine. Other part is to have now the comment and the three things has to come back. So that's what I'm gonna ask. I want to show the comments, likes, and the video playlist in the video card. Can you modify the API to fetch those details too? So I think we need to also have this. Then based on these changes, we need to bring these details too. So I'm going to refer it to those designs. So I'm going to have at least I will be explaining how I want it. Let it be with an icon, then the text. So this has to come under the okay, it's interesting. So it has to come under the one thing we can do is we can have it in one single line where I can have the first thing as the comments, second thing as the number of likes, and then on the right side, extreme right, I can maybe have the playlist. So it can come under the title. That's what I'm gonna ask. Okay, so what is the API changes which is happening, by the way? Oh, it has to make a fetch call as separate fetch basic video details. So it's going to ask for the specific details. So this can be an asynchronous one too, because after maybe I have loaded it, I can make that call. So where it starts loading one by one as in when it is rendering. That is one way, and then we maybe cache it like we are doing, so that does not make repetitive calls to my YouTube APIs. So this is one way of handling it. Adjust data model. So I am okay to have it loaded asynchronously after, let's say, the first load of the video. So I'm gonna ask, I am okay to load those. Okay, let's first fix the backend. Maybe we'll have to write video details API to. It's giving me a pseudocode. Don't give me that. Let's go back and then show what is already there in the backend. So this is our code index. We have the YouTube tutorials. We have a controller. Go back to the controller. And then we just have these. So YouTube controller still can accept it. So where is my controller, by the way? App, then HTTP controllers, version 1 YouTube controller. So I already have a controller. So let's ask, just give me a controller function, which is going to give me that. I already don't. This is what I have, a Laravel controller. That's because I think I had generated all of that code in a different chat altogether. I have a Laravel controller where the implementation for YouTube exists. I want this function to be added in that controller. So I'm just asking it if it identifies. If it does not, then we'll I don't remember whether that was the same chat. Install required packages. No, it's starting from scratch again. Is there any way to search? I think it was, I am hoping it's the same chat. If let's say I do a search, everything would have loaded here, so I don't need to really. Yeah, I think it's here. It's here, right? Or not. Let's say ask for YouTube controller. Yeah, it is here. I don't know why it has all the context. Okay, it already had the YouTube controller. So why can't it just directly? Okay, it's better that it's a different API, like I said, after it's loading, so that it does not hit 3 APIs and then does this. So we can maybe ask it asynchronous, so it can expose an API endpoint which we can use. That's one way. And is there any way for the to optimize the number of calls to YouTube API? I have 12 videos for which I need to fetch all these details. Do I need to make 12 API calls to YouTube API? Just trying to optimize. And I think these are the areas where we really need to use ChatGPT to, let's say, to understand optimization statistics, everything. Optimizing the number of calls to YouTube API is crucial, especially to avoid hitting rate limits and improve the efficiency of your application. There is a bulk option, which is good. So this is where I think this is where we need. So this can then be used as one more API call where it can then handle. So I can just point it to the earlier code and then say get both of it together and then come back with the result, right? So optimize the number of calls. Example modification in Laravel controller, get video details bulk. No, I'm just gonna give you the API call which is already happening, which is get videos, right? So that's what we had used. This, I think we only have I think we are calling it from the resources, video resource, yeah, to array. No, not this one. So we have a services, YouTube service function, which is what we use. Fetch videos is what we are using. So I'm just gonna say I'm just going to ask it, you already know about YouTube service class which you have generated. I want you to embed this. You already must be aware of the YouTube service class which you generated. I want you to include the logic within fetch videos function. I'm not going to give you the whole code. That's what I mean. So it has to now go and find. Otherwise, it's really difficult that we are having to mention it every time. This is where you have to do it. Let's see. Oh God, I think it's generating a whole new code. Is it? Yeah, I think I need to point it. Creates a protected function, which is fine. It understands it has to modularize those things and make those calls separately. Fetch comments for videos where likes and videos are coming back, which is good, I guess. So likes, views, good. So two things are already there which we can use, and the other thing is videos comments, which is what I think we can. I'm just going to point back to the old function. It's just a little irritating, but then yeah, this is what you generated earlier. I want you to implement in this one to avoid rework at my end. So I think even ChatGPT 4 I don't know. I was hoping it should give me, it should understand the context and give me results based on what it has already generated, which has not happened, which is a little irritating. But yeah, I think already whatever it does is pretty good enough. But then at least this was something I anticipated it should have done, which is not happening. So I don't hope it does not change anything more. Yeah, it's just using the same code, and it's doing a for each and all, which was not there earlier. So that I think it's going through these videos, results, data, response. Where is it getting the response? This is the data response items it is fetching. Video items, it's looping through, finding video statistics, which is another function which it's using to get. So it's going to take a little while before the response loads, I guess. So okay, I think there's no other way. Based on this, optionally create a similar method for fetching comments and considering your quota. Method for fetching comments. Why? What is it bringing in this analytics then? So it is fetching. Okay, so whatever it did earlier was more effective maybe, because here in this case it's fetching all the videos, but in the earlier one it was, what was it doing? It was list videos, YouTube API videos, list videos. Is this even optimized? That's my question, because I think it's requesting all the videos from my channel, and it is looping through everything. At least it will be cached at my end. So should I be worrying? I don't think so. This client request, and then again it's making a request to the videos based on parameters, fetch video statistics. And what are these statistics? What are these statistics? I don't understand. What are these statistics? If it can explain me the code, I will understand. Adjusting YouTube service. Enhance the YouTube service class to include fetching additional details such as comments, like potentially playlist information within the fetch videos. You will get to expand the functionality to make additional API request. Given that you are using Guzzle HTTP to make the request, here's how you can adjust the fetch videos. Adjusting YouTube service additional. The primary challenge is that YouTube's API requires separate class for comments and detail statistics. So you will want to optimize the process as much as possible, potentially by limiting. So I might even ask it to optimize based on how it sees as optimized. I want you to generate the maximum optimized code for this requirement. All I am interested in are the video, like, okay, let's clearly explain. Video title, thumbnail, those were the two which we wanted, and then the URL for the video so that I can navigate. 4S comments for the video, likes, maybe the way it say the views as well, views, and 7 is the playlist title. That's it. This is enough for me. Optimize fetching video details from video, including comment, likes. Given the requirement, we'll focus on minimizing API calls and efficiently aggregating the necessary data. Note the fetching comments might significantly impact your quota, so consider this carefully. So should I be limiting that then? So maybe I can even think of not having it. Quota cost, caching responses can significantly help manage quota usage. Yeah, I think I want to cache it, that's for sure. Bulk data fetch, where possible, use endpoints that allow fetching data for multiple cache. Remember, that's good. Fetch video details by channel ID, which we already have. Oh my god, give me the whole code. Generate the complete code required. And I think I just then have to align the front end changes too, because I think backend is going to bring more info. Where is my, what happened here? Generate, it's stuck. Okay. Given the requirement that needs to optimize API usage while fetching comprehensive detail for video, including comments, likes, views, and potentially playlist information. Example assumes you're fetching a list of videos by channel ID, then enriching each video with statistics and comments. Okay, it's still, I think it's still my code. Channel ID, videos cached for each videos and index videos. I think I'm just gonna copy this, see whether the kind of response which we get after this. Example method fetching for comments, implement as needed. Okay, why? So is it suggesting that we don't include the comments? Maybe that's okay, I guess. I don't read the comments as much. I maybe will go with the likes and views. Okay, I'm good. I don't. Okay, I have decided not to include comments based on your feedback. So generate the final whole code which I need to use. It has become slow now in terms of response. No, not yet. Given your decision to exclude comments and optimize API quota usage, let's focus on efficiently fetching video details, including the title, thumbnail, video URL, likes, views, and playlist title. Define the YouTube service class. Okay. Title, thumbnail, likes, views. Assuming playlist title needs to be fetched from separate if available. Error fetching, okay. Playlist ID or fetching it based on a video ID. Okay, why is it giving me half-cooked things again? So this is one change. Fetch video statistics. Yeah, I think we will know the playlist ID for sure, I guess. So let's go ahead, use this, but I want even the functionality for playlist. I need the code for playlist title too. I think it's going to add it as a separate code or something. Define the YouTube service class again and again and again. Okay. Fetch videos. Assume that you fetch the videos from the specific channel ID. Playlist will come back. That's interesting. So is it saying that we don't get the playlist as part of the, because in this case it's just fetching everything if, assuming you want to fetch videos from specific playlist. No, this is not I want. This, whatever I wanted was to have the trending videos loaded first, and with that, how's that happening? So maybe I'll have to point to what I want is to have the trending videos, 12 of them, from my channel to be listed in the home page. I want to have the statistics like number of likes, views, and the playlist title to be shown for those videos. That's the idea. Fetching trending videos, including details like the number of likes, views, and playlist title. This is, I think it's changing. I guess it's again, if I'm doing this, I think it's good, because let's say I can avoid people, let's say, unless somebody goes to my specific section where they go to my tutorial sections, they will be landing in my home page where it's limited to 12 number of videos, which is what is in this case is. And then fetch playlist needs to be implemented, fetching the playlist based on playlist similar to fetching. Why is it leaving it blank? I am not understanding. So this is what I meant. It knows the playlist title, and is there no way to get the playlist, fetch playlist title? Why, I don't know why. Are you sure that you can do this? Fetch trending videos is one function, fetch video details is one function. I think we are only, I don't want it to change anything further. Fetch videos, what was it doing with fetch videos? And maybe I'll have to then point it to the controller, how the controller is doing it. Fetch paginated tutorials is one part. Then we also had fetch trending videos, where it was passing this. Maybe I'll make it as 12 in this case. That's the other change I said. So I have a controller function. I'm gonna tell it I have a controller function which is as follows, which is allowing me to fetch the trending videos with the earlier implementation. To extend your fetch trending videos method in the controller to include video statistics like views and the title of the playlist each video belongs, you will need to make some modification given that the YouTube API requires separate classes for playlist details and video statistics. Yeah, this is more modular, I guess, where it can decide from controller how it wants to fetch, which is good, I guess. So I just need to add 2 more functions here. Let's add those. Okay, I should have given more context. 2 more. Okay, this one function, 2 more functions. Format. This is my YouTube API. Fetch videos is one function. Then you have fetch video details. And then you have fetch video statistics, 3 functions, which is making those calls. And the change which will be happening is in the controller like this. So fetch trending videos will become like this, where it is going to give more response. So let's try that. Title, thumbnail, URLs, and then comes the statistics. Add playlist title logic if applicable. Yeah, it is applicable. I think I still need that to fetch trending videos. I'm changing that. Let's see what happened with this change. If I, let's say, call fetch trending, boom, there is an error. Undefined array key in file, line number 83. It's not an array, so I don't know what is coming back. We might have to check that. I think that's because maybe let's return this and see. It's breaking because of one reason, that I have created a, yeah, this is the response. So I think basically we will also have to make those changes in our the formatter which we had created, which was more not a formatter, but we had something called as a resource. So basically we'll have to make those changes to the resource by adding statistics and everything. Right now it has a video ID. I think that's totally missing. I don't see a video ID anymore. Is that even needed? I don't think so. Title, description, thumbnail, published, it is gone. I guess, is that needed? I don't think I need that. Let's come back to that. I guess let's remove some things and see. It might be it will work. So this could be one reason that it's not rendering right now. Let's go back. YouTube controller. Remove this. No, it's still an error. What is the problem? Okay, it's an object. That's fine, I guess. Title, thumbnail, URL. What do we have? Title, thumbnail, URL, statistics is also there, and then in our resource, title, thumbnail, URL is missing. So this should be what is URL? Okay, URL is a string which is missing. but still it was navigating based on the ID and not the URL, right? So I think that was another thing which I messed up, I guess. So URLs should have, URL is fine, I guess I can add it. So dollar is where is it coming from? It is coming from, I think we don't have anything called a snippet. Instead it's directly picking from title, thumbnail. This is more thumbnail. And then comes URL. The final one was statistics. So I can just say likes. I don't need the whole thing. Statistics, likes, and then you have the views, which is views. Then now it should not to give me an exception if I run it, and then I go back to controller to move this line. Yeah, so now this is the case, but I think front end would have definitely broken because there are loads of changes right now. But it's giving me more information right now, which is good. So maybe let's look at the front end. It's already broken, so I don't know, let's refresh. Loading, so it's still loading a lot of stuff. I don't know what was it, because I think I did not change the, okay, nothing has broken because in terms of what it expects, it maybe it will not navigating because it does not have the ID, which is what has happened right now, but at least it will have a URL which I can directly give. I guess that's other change in the front end which we can do. If you go to the URL view, the card JS, it's within the composibles or the components, organisms or molecules within the card. You have the, it's how is it navigating? It's navigating based on the video URL. And how is it? This video URL. It's able to navigate back using an ID. So I think I maybe messed it up. Instead of URL, I can ask for, instead of URL, I'm fine with ID of the video. So that's one change I'm asking again, which I think I messed up. So I can just give, yeah, I think that's how it should have been, because ID was enough for me. What is changing with that is, let's say if I go to my controller or the YouTube service, it was already fetching an ID. I think it was appending then the fetch video statistics. Where is it appending the ID? Key part. Okay, let's see. Type chart most popular is passed and it returns me ID supposed to be directly just video ID or this. So it's wherever the function where the collect is happening. Where is it happening? That's the controller function. Seriously, is that in the controller? Let's go back. Okay, this is where it was happening, video ID. And then ID can just be ID like this. And I don't need the URL. Oh, I think it was appending here. So that was a bad change which I did. So I just need to go back and say ID itself. Then say this is my ID. This should fix it, I guess, if I run this. Yeah, now it's ID. So I think the navigation to the video should work right now. If I go back, refresh, where is my video? Yeah, here. Oh, it's still undefined, I guess. Was it called video ID earlier? It was video ID. That's the reason. So let's fix that too. Yeah, now that's fixed. So it's loading now. So we have the data right now, which can be used to populate, which is some bit is already here. Only thing is that a playlist is not coming. I still need the playlist title. Once that I get that, and then we go ahead and then implement it in the front end. Okay, I am okay with the changes, but I still do not have the playlist title to display. Generate that code too. But I was hoping it should have been carrying even the playlist, which is funny because one way of checking it is maybe as when it is generating, we can go and see the response. I think this is where it modifies the resource. Ideally, it should have the videos listed, but again, it is picking up something, returning it here. Ideally, what we can do is just render this response or data dot items as soon as it is fetched, and then see what do we get as a response. I'm hoping it should carry even the kind, e-tag, id, snippet, that's the date, channel title. Okay, that's the reason it does not have the, does not carry funnily the what we need, which is it carrying channel title but not the playlist. Very strange. Has a description too, channel title is there, but does not have very funny. So that's the reason it's not able to get us that data. So let's see what it does. Fetch the playlist, include the playlist. It says fetch playlist and title function is added in the YouTube service. Hope this works. Associate the video with the playlist title. After fetching the playlist and their titles, modify your method and fetches the trending videos. Oh my god, it's a lot of work. Because I think it's changing the whole thing. So it's fetching the playlist and titles, fetching the trending videos, then loops through finding video.playlist id. Is there anything called as a playlist id? I don't see. So where does it get the playlist id from? So it just has a title, snippet has this, Oh, how is it even going to do that? So it's going to go through the videos, video playlist ID. If it's trending videos, it should return an array. If playlist ID is set, it just gets you. Then otherwise it says, let's try this. I don't think it has the data. So I don't know why. I don't see this is my response. So how do I know this is one of the responses? Maybe I'll just show it what response is coming back. This is what is coming back. This is one of the responses from YouTube API on the trending videos. How to get the playlist title from this. Does not directly include playlist title because it represents individual video data. Videos fetching through the search API or listed as trending don't inherently have playlist information. To obtain the playlist ID, you need to make a separate call. That is an individual call to... Is it changing anything? Oh, it's calling a playlist. And how does it associate? It is going to associate, assuming playlist title is known from the playlist.list call. Where is that playlist.list call? I think this is the one. Playlist items. And then you have the playlists. Associating videos with their playlist titles. Directly fetching playlist titles. If you want to display trending videos with include a playlist title for each, you face a challenge because trending videos might not belong to any specific playlist or belong to multiple playlists, making it hard to accurately. One approach is to organize your content in a way that allows you to infer the playlist based on video properties like tags, categories, or naming conventions. Okay, so maybe I'll have to drop the idea of getting playlists then, because I don't know what can be done here. The response you are shown from the API of search does not directly include playlist titles because it represents individual video weight data. Videos fetched through the search API or listed as trending don't inherently have playlist information. To obtain the playlist title for a video, you typically need two pieces of information: playlist ID that the video belongs to, which is not included in the search result, a separate call if you're looking to display. So the display and whatever it generated previously, what was the change proposed here? Playlist with titles is saying key part channel ID max results 50. Get body contents playlist. I don't think this would have given. It's just listing all the playlist. That's it. I guess I can't really do that. And is there any other information which I can use to show? Description is there, title is there, published date is there. I can... No, that's not relevant. This is more using a search API. That's the reason I think we are not able to. So I guess I'm going to limit it to this. I can't really show any other information other than this. So I'm just going to limit it to views, and which is pretty much okay for me because I was also hoping that I can also show the playlist. Which is not possible, so let's just limit it to this, and let's live with this. I have this, and with this maybe let's go and to the, but even then I don't know how. Yeah, this one is 72,000 views, which I know is a trending one. Others are trending maybe because of the number of likes, maybe that's the reason it's saying it's trending. So I guess now I have I'm okay with these two. I'm fine then with our playlist. Let's just continue with the likes and views. Now I want to list the likes and views under the video title in Vue frontend, Vue template. Make those changes. Make sure to have it left and right aligned. Also add relevant icons. Okay, let's do this, and then I think we can close with that. I guess I'm okay with once those things are done. Maybe I'll close this one because I am at least able to now list 12 videos, which is what is shown here, 12 videos. And with that, maybe I'll go for deployment because I'm pretty okay with what I see on the front end right now. So with that, let's see what it generates. Font awesome, SVG core, I already have those. And Vue font awesome, I think we have included even this. Create component, font awesome, mounting is already happening. So just to review, if you go back to our I think it's in app.vue or it's in blade templates. Where was it? App.js. Yeah, I guess it's here. I think we need to get rid of a lot of code here. Shows free brands, SVG. Okay, let's keep it. I don't know what is needed. Font awesome, SVG core is included. Library is added. I think we need to add a couple of more Vue font awesome, like what it is saying. We need to add f thumb and fi, which we will add because I think we already have these. Is it coming from Vue font? Free brands SVG icons, free solid SVG icons. I think I don't know whether SVG core, free solid SVG icons. Do we have it? Free brands, we had free solid is also there, so I guess that should be there. Paper plane is imported. Similarly, I think we need to also import these two. That's the reason it's not showing. SVG thumbs FA, these are coming from here. Now it should highlight the right color. Yeah, I think I can remove the rest of the code. So now this should also be available, and the other changes which we need to then do is font awesome icon is included in the template. We have the video statistics added. Span is added. Other video details under the title. So go back to, I think, where is the style at CSS changes? It should be video card, video stats. I think this should go within statistics, title, statistics, data should load like this, which is fine. Yeah, let's add this one. So class is likes, class is views, two classes added, and this font awesome should be there. So it should be happening within our video card, and it has to video display should be under this. Yeah, which is happening. So videos in videos. Is this video card? Yeah, this is video card. And where is our title? I think we have added it. Video card. Oh, we have two, which is funny. I think we have a video card here, which is what we are using, and I don't know what this is. We have two. This is the right one. I don't know. I think this was supposed to be the one. But this is the video list, which is the dynamic one. We also have a video card which should not be there. I think we need to delete this, which is something we need to see. But let's do this. Video card is here. Then you have the title here, which is sanitized. Under that we need to add these styles. Format. I think it will show already because content should already be there. I don't think we have a statistics. We just have video.likes, video.views. Is that so? Yeah, it's there. Showing. Well, good. And now I think it's not applying the styles. Likes and views we are not added. I think we need to add it in the video card itself. Add the required styles in video card .css. To style the likes, already looking good. Just it has to now align, and then we are pretty good, I guess. It has to align well. And if you look at the dribble design, it's almost similar. It has a blackish color, but I'm okay with maybe having the primary color for these two, because I was hoping to have the playlist having that color, but then we don't have an option for playlist, so it's okay. I'm gonna copy all of this video card styles, statistics, likes, views, all of that goes into, I don't know why sometimes this gives you an error, because maybe it's cached or something, I don't know. So if I go back to my CSS into atoms, molecules, video card CSS here, I add it over here. I think I had a video card. Okay, what change has happened with that? Boom, it's working, but it has broken some things on the title. Where is my title? That's gone. That's a problem. This guy keeps fixing some things, and I'm just gonna keep the video title there, and then I'll just tell it I also had the video title, which you missed out. And it does not have an h3. It's video title for me. Yeah, that's what it is. But it has broken a lot of things, adding a lot of unwanted content. I think this is one of the reasons. Yeah, this is fine, but then it's broken. It's not well aligned, but maybe with the other one it was aligned, I guess. Video card. Yeah, this was more aligned. Not really. Here there was some space because of this. It needs to have a fixed sizing or something. I don't need a box. Okay, maybe let's ask the design title video card. No need that. Okay, this is pretty much, it needs a little bit of padding and everything. I don't know why it's boxed over here. These are all boxes. I don't need a box. Where is it adding? Video title. I don't think I need the box. It's just plain as simple as this. Okay, I think there is a shadow applied somewhere. Just making that boxy look. Maybe that is within our organisms video list. We have a video card which is having a border radius box shadow. Yeah, this one I don't need that. Remove that. If let's say I move this video card styles inside, I think we can ask it to modify those. Video card, and Also this one has to move. These two styles. Video card. It was also having max width 482. Then get rid of this responsive adjustments. We still need to check the responsiveness. It does not have any responsive design yet. Okay, this is okay, but I think what can we do? It can have a static height, or it can have it. Maybe we'll have to limit the number of lines for the video's title to 2. Can you limit the number of lines so that it becomes consistent? Can you limit the number of lines to 2 for video card title? Let me share my CSS. Okay, text. I think I just need to update the video title. Key points is WebKit line clamp. This property specifies the number of lines. WebKit, okay, 2 numbers. So if I go back, then just update the title, that should be good enough. Yeah, this is better. It's just clean, shows the number of likes, takes me to the video, which is good. So I guess, yeah, I think one more thing, which is I need it to be the primary color. So I have this primary color. I just want these icons, at least one of the icons. Maybe the line can be, I don't know what color it is applying right now. It is applying, I think it's applying the color of the icon. So maybe you can ask, I want, maybe first thing is to pick up my styles and say I want it to apply. I want the icons to have the color, primary color, and the text of view and likes to be black. Let's see how it looks. That could be the last thing I'm doing, and then we wrap up. I guess this is pretty good for me to deploy right now. I might just go ahead. Okay, why is it still showing an underline? Not like that. I would maybe remove some of these content, maybe even the menu structure, because I'm just going to keep the landing page ready. Subscription is something I might remove. Remaining can remain, because I think it's good to go for a deployment. Get started can take it to, those are the fixes I might do. Get started might take me to, right now it does not take me anywhere. It can take me to the YouTube channel. Join our Patreon community can take me to the Patreon channel there. Then that should be good enough to start with that for the first deployment. Okay, what all things it is. Modify CSS for the text and icons. Primary color. Okay, so it just has to say likes and views. Color can be this. And then, so if I go back, video card, I think there is a likes and views. Just apply this color. Text color, primary color, it should be primary color. Video card. Primary color, and fill, okay. Text color should be primary. That is, should be text color. So can I define it? Black color as primary. That I can do, I guess. But I can just make it as black. In this case, it's black. And then the SVG has to be the primary color. The fill has to be primary, which is what I need to do. I think this should change it. That's it, I guess. And even the sizes it is given me, I think it should have already taken care of it. Let's see, this should have made it. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, the fill did not apply. I was hoping the fill will apply. That's because it has not picked up the primary color. So what is the learning from this? It says, I think I need to first ensure your root CSS custom properties variables are defined as you are provided. Root, those are my CSS styles.css, and let me check whether I have it in my, it's already there but it's not applying for some reason. Primary color, fill is not applied. I guess this is a minor hiccup, but overall, is this one reason? Let's say if I just apply this, let's just check once. It should, okay, it's applying a primary, but it's not picking up the primary color for some reason. Oh, it's applying the primary color. So fill color is primary color, but fill is this. It's gone back to the old one. Color is applied, which becomes the primary color right now. But when I say, I think the fill is not working like we anticipated. Fill, I don't know why. Fill, if I, let's say fill is black, it's going to fill it with black color. So I guess no, I think I just need it one place. The color can be this color, which is fine. I think this is fine for me. Maybe it's almost what I wanted. So okay, and underline is also messed up. I don't know why there is an underline, which has to be, there was one property which is missed right now, I think, because of which it is there is still an underline. I don't like it. I think it was it had generated a style. I think whatever I had given, I can just pick that up. I think it was in block. This one is missing. Display, oh, web toolkit. Yeah, this fixed it, but it, I don't know why needed for line cramping. Display web tool webkit box in combination with float and determines the type of box. I don't know, I'll just remove this, but it's not removing, but I can always reference back what could be the reason. Remove this display. This display is fine for me. That, I think this is pretty much almost ready for deployment for me. So I'll just go ahead and deploy this one at least, remove these, and then go ahead for deployment, because I think these things are working right now. It's at least taking me to the right videos. and I'm also okay with the layout right now, which was more or less closer to what I was looking for. I was also trying to get this title which did not work, but maybe that's okay. I think one of the things which is fine. I'm also not sure whether the backend calls are cached right now. I think also that is one thing for it to not use a lot of my resources. I guess this it's just fetching. Cache remember is there for paginated result, but not for this one. So I guess I just need to add this too, so that the responses are cached. Paginated result has a caching. Similarly, I need to be cached. So all that I need to then do is cache dot remember, so that it does not go back and hit the APIs over and over, which is one more optimization I need to do. Otherwise, it's going to make these calls again and again. I think that's one thing I'll be doing anyways. But oh, I think I'm pretty much okay with this layout. I'm going to go ahead and deploy it. So maybe with this, my 10th day, I achieved whatever I wanted to make the first deployment. Next episode will be about publishing it to GitHub using SSH. I'm going to use maybe GitHub Actions to do that, which is another interesting thing we'll be doing. So until the next episode, it's bye from me.